Right, here we go. So today I'm going to show you how to paint some bramble leaves. I'm going to show you how to paint one of those leaves, and the other ones will kind of skip through a little bit of speed music here and there. But anything different you know very well, I'll stop and I'll let you know. So let's make a start and let's paint some very detailed looking leaves. Right, so now once you've finally got it wetted down enough, first colour we're going to add is lemon yellow. Remember, all these colours to begin with need to be on a milky consistency, so it doesn't run like the water out of a tap, you know what I mean? But kind of a little bit thicker than tap water really. Add a few little spots as well within the leaf using the same colour. This is why you need this to stay wet for a longer period of time, because as I mentioned, the wetter the paper is, because you've re-wetted it 2 or 3 times to begin with, the longer working time you'll have to get all these little kind of background details on. So I'm working on the central line now and just defining that little bit of a line down the middle. And as you can see, this is not completely vertical. So it's kind of leaning slightly between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock on the direction that we're looking at. Make sure that you add these finer details in between, and remember, when your brush is nearly dry, that's the time to get those really fine detailed marks. Right, now go back to the lemon yellow, more to a milky consistency. But only to the very top though, you want this to kind of lightly blend into that red a little bit. This is for the very dark tips on each little prong, if you want to call it that, on some of the parts of this leaf. But as per usual, take your time with this, there's no hurry. You don't want to rush through trying to get all these little fine details on. And remember, if you haven't got too much paint on your brush tip, you'll be able to get the really fine details done. Now carry on working on the small stippling marks as well, but look at the shape and where they're formed. So within each section of the leaf, as you can see here, just tap them into the right hand side of those 2 tram lines, and then very lightly with a damp, clean brush, not soaking wet, just soften them down that little bit, just so they blend a bit into it as well. So they all tend to kind of semi-merge together. And observe the areas that you can see for the green within the right hand side of this left hand leaf. So it's well worth just mixing a little bit of colour. Now the colour I mix with black depends on the subject. So in this case, as we know, there's a lot of red within this particular painting. So it's obvious we're going to mix a little bit of red with the black itself. Just kind of keeps it nice and colourful. Right, then all you simply need to do is work on the third leaf, and again using the same methods, the same colours, but looking carefully again at that photograph just to make sure you know exactly where the right colours have got to go. Now tap this gently onto the leaf for the lightest of areas, but try not to overdo it. Remember with watercolour white, less is definitely best. One thing you can do once it's nice and dry is add a little bit of colour, like a lemon yellow for example, just by dabbing it once, only once though, one fell swoop, one swipe, very lightly over the top of the white once the white is definitely dry. Take your time, and one last thing again, remember, less is best, okay? Less is best. You can always come back with fresh eyes and have a look at it again and reassess it and think, do we need some more white? Probably not. So there you go, that's how to paint the leaves of a blackberry in watercolour. So if you feel this is something just for you, come and join my members on Patreon and gain access to lots of exclusive content and all of that catalogue of information and videos that you can have a go at painting straight away. Hopefully I'll see you there. Bye for now.